Oh, sorry. I'm late again. I don't know what happened, but I just started dry heaving really badly. I think I'm better now. It was like, it's showtime. It's time to go live. And then I just started choking. So that's not really a good thing. I think maybe it's the supplements I'm taking. It's not the Thrive, though. It's not the Thrive. Anyways, hello. Hi, V from the future. Hey, Gingerlocks. Hey, Plumey. I hope that goes well in the bathroom for you, Plumey. You doing okay? You good? Hey, Pink. Hi, Case. Charlie. So let me pull up something here because hey, Dawn Marie and Shelly. I wanted to welcome some people to come in because there was I thought it went really good last night with Trisha, but then again, my chat was freezing quite a bit. I don't know if you guys noticed. Hey, Linda. I don't know if you guys noticed, but my side was kind of glitchy from the beginning, and it got better through the end, but I had to keep looking down at my phone to see comments, and then they would load later on the screen. However, I do want to say to my friends in here that are moderators right now, if someone comes in right now, I guess there was an issue with people timing people out for just stating their opinion or saying something. Now, here's my view on that. If you state your opinion, of course, that's great. Everybody has different opinions. And I actually like to have conversations where there's disagreements because I think that they can be productive. Hang on, Alicia. There you go. They can be productive. And that's what I wanted to do yesterday. Okay, Pink, I love you. Hey, MT. That's what I wanted to do yesterday. And I thought that it went okay. And then, I've been getting comments on the stream since. Now, here's my take on if people are like deleting stuff. I like if you have any opinion, even if it's different. But whether it was in that live stream yesterday, hey, Bam, whether it was in that live stream yesterday, I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep choking. Or if you're leaving comments, when I delete comments, and I think this goes for anybody, or, even if you're a friend that's a moderator in my channel, the only time I think you should is if someone's just being mean in a way that it's not productive. So, for example, I've been deleting some comments where people say you're stupid for talking to Trisha, or you need to do your research, you're dumb. Anything like that that's just insulting, and there's not really an open conversation, or it's not opening up a dialogue to have a good conversation. That's not a good way to start a conversation. So I do delete those comments, just so you know. I don't think it's productive to come in and cut people down or anything like that. And some people said, well, she was saying, hey, Carla, she was saying stuff about I think it was her ex or something like that. The thing is, like, I was told that by being her friend or anybody's friend, that I automatically support whatever behavior goes out of these people, including myself, because I have bad behaviors myself. I think it's very important to have forgiveness. And so just so people know, because I saw a lot of names that I didn't recognize yesterday and throughout the day today leaving comments. Just so you know the type of person I am. You can basically do anything in my book. And I think there's always an opportunity for forgiveness and growth and change in anybody, including myself. And I don't know if people know this or not, but I'm also a recovering addict. So the mic would look good with the mohawk. Okay, I'll put a mohawk on the mic. So I know what it feels like to hide who I am, or to lie to people, or to say mean stuff, or be triggered and say mean stuff to people as well. It does happen. I know it's not great, but I do respect people that are willing to own up to their actions. And the thing is, I did get a lot of comments also. I'm going to go through some of them. But some people, you know, were saying, well, why would you allow this or why would you allow that? I was just having an open conversation with Trisha. She is my friend. And I understand a lot of people have bad experiences with her, or they'll say, go look at this video or go do this. The thing is, I appreciate people pointing things like that out to me. And I'm sorry that you had a bad experience with whoever, including her. But I don't just base my view on people based on past behavior, based on, you know, people showing, you know, they did this or they did that. It's just not my style. And no matter who you are, even if someone's my enemy, I still am optimistic that people can grow and change. You were asked to go after her twice. Hey, Aslo Lightly, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, Karen, and I guess, you know, and I did make, because Computer Blue and Nikki Rev, they were my moderators before, and I figured since I was having Trisha in, you know, and they were her moderators, that I would add them. But just so you know, guys, I wasn't timing anybody out, and I wouldn't want to have anybody's voices not heard. But, you know, just if you come in like with insults and stuff, that's just, it's not productive. I've done that plenty of times. It's not been productive. So I don't know how you expect me to respond when you come in calling me stupid or whatever. Oh, no, V, there's no reason to report anybody. V, it's not like they're harassing me. It's just not productive conversation, and I don't really care to respond to stuff like that. But a lot of people said, you know, there was one comment that said that since I'm her friend, that I support people cutting down children. Never said that. I don't support that. And again, she was on, if you listen to the whole stream, she was saying that she's not proud of a lot of her behavior that she's gone through. And I respect her for recognizing that. She may not have gone through detail. Look, I don't go through detail of every situation I've ever done something wrong in, because I can't remember all of it. I've done a lot of stuff wrong. But I think what's important is, let's say that I was a terrible, horrible, terrible human being, even starting yesterday, and I decided to change. What's important to me with anybody is from this day forward. So if somebody says, you know what, I'm not proud of my behavior, I'm not the type of person that I'm going to go in detail and be like, okay, well, you need to say sorry for this. Oh, hold on. You said you want to change, but you forgot to apologize about this. Do you remember that? It's not my style. There's no need for me to dissect it. I'm just saying, hey, if you're wanting to change and be a better person from this day into the future, I think that's great, and I fully support it. You're probably going to slip up a lot. You know, I saw a lot of people saying, well, she's still doing this or she's still doing that. Guys, we slip up. So I'm sorry if she is, but I mean, that's really all I can say about that. Have some disdain for anyone who doesn't support Trisha. Okay. Well, I mean, look, there's a lot of people, there's tons of friends that I have everywhere, not even just on YouTube, that don't support each other. I mean, it's going to happen. So I'm sorry that they were timed out for that. I really am. Just because you're someone's friend does not mean you have to agree. Yeah, absolutely. Not at all. History shows that Trisha will never change, Robbie. Karen, history may show that to you, but we're not psychics and you don't know the future, Karen. So I can't support that statement. I do respect your statement, but I don't support that statement, because the future is different than history. And again, especially being a recovering addict, people relapse, and that's motivation to change and become a better person. And sometimes it takes falling over and over and over. You know what? Some of you guys might be the type of person where you touch the fire once or you fall down once and you're able to stop. Some people can't. So history, Karen, shows that she may have fallen over and over again, but what I saw in the present yesterday is that she said she's willing to change, and she wants to change and recognizes behaviors from the past. And the future, you don't know yet. So I don't support that statement. Hey, Amanda. I always said if people don't like or don't watch her, the digging up suicide was the last straw for me. People who also had no business were doing podcasts. Yeah, and you know what? I don't know. I don't know who Sean is. I know that's her ex, but I don't know. I don't really follow that whole situation. So I don't know. a lot about that. And the thing is, it's very overwhelming when people tell you, you know, simply just having a conversation with a friend yesterday saying, hey, do you want to talk about some things that maybe people can get a different perspective or a different view on, that may be a misconception of you? And she was like, yeah, oh, come on, that'd be great. Let's do it tonight. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't expect it to be that soon, but great. Sure, we could do that. But the whole point of that was just to get a better understanding, maybe in a different platform rather than her channel, to kind of open up a different side and have like an open discussion. And that's why I am sorry if anybody was timed out just for simply having an opinion, because obviously I do respect your opinion, just like the opinion I just disagreed with on the screen. I still respect that opinion, but I don't agree with it. I don't think that we can just simply sit there and judge somebody based on their past. Well, yeah, of course, that leads into who they are in the future. But that doesn't mean people can't change. That, in my opinion, is a very pessimistic way of thinking. And I like to be an optimist. And the more sober that I'm getting, the more optimist I am, because I'm naturally an optimist anyways. When I had alcohol in my system, I was very pessimistic and snappy and mean, and really didn't handle situations very well. Yeah, Plumie, if you're a perfect person and you've never made a mistake, and that doesn't exist. You're lying if you say that. It doesn't exist in my book. See, Remy, and that's great. And you know what? Even if you did speak up and speak your mind, I'm sorry if people were timing people out, because I didn't tell anybody to do that. Now, like I said, if you are coming in saying incredibly mean stuff, it's not a productive conversation. So it's not beneficial to the conversation. It's not going to contribute anything good. So I don't know what to say to that. There were people coming in to the comments afterwards saying, why are you deleting comments? That person just said something. The people are watching me delete my comments from the video yesterday. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to delete comments if they're not productive. If you're coming and calling me a stupid idiot and telling me to do research of the past, you're not really coming in politely so that you're opening up a dialogue for like a good conversation. You're going in for the insults, and automatically that's going to make somebody get defensive and say something mean back. So it's just, I'm not going to respond to those. Have you ever noticed any disparity or disconnect between what Trisha says and what Trisha does? Sadie, I can say that about myself. There's been plenty of things where my actions have spoke louder than my words and contradicted myself. And I may have said that I'm going to change or do this, and then I don't. But the whole point, Sadie, is if somebody cares to do something, and like Trisha was saying too, a lot of us have different issues. We may have addiction issues or mental health issues or health problems or something. And I'm not saying that's an excuse for behavior, but it definitely does contribute to making certain decisions in your life. So, for example, if somebody is mad, let's see it. DeRosa, can I use you? I'm just going to use DeRosa because he's just a fun guy. If I was mad at DeRosa and just was like, hey, you know what, you fucking asshole, you're a dick and I hate you. I'm mad in the moment and I want to hurt his feelings. But then later I'll be like, I didn't really mean that. I just wanted to hurt his feelings in the moment. So I think especially on here, if you have a platform where people are watching you, you're going to snap, especially if you get so many comments coming in of just people saying horrible, mean stuff. I mean, you can only take so much that you do snap. You can choose not to, but it is difficult. So I think it is a normal human behavior to snap. And if we do it over and over and over, and we try to correct it and say, hey, I don't want to snap at people anymore. I don't want to be involved in drama. I don't want to be mean to people. But then we do. I don't think that makes us necessarily a hypocrite, because we're still announcing that we want to try. So to me, whether you look like a hypocrite, to me, the intent of you recognizing your behavior and wanting to change is what's important to me, regardless of what you've done. It's great to see someone who was a rude, mean person and see the way you are and what to change. It should be welcomed. We all want to grow and be better, and that is the right thing to do. And yeah, if you recognize that, I mean, what's the shame in that? How does that make someone a terrible person if they recognize it? They may turn around and call somebody an asshole again tomorrow, cut people down, call them names. Like someone said they're cutting down children or whatever. I don't support, obviously I'm not saying I support the bashing of children or anything. No, I support change, and I accept that people aren't going to change automatically. I support change, but I also accept that people fall down. I support change, but I also accept that people are going to make the same mistake over and over and over again. Or you can call it a mistake, or you can call it the same choice over and over again. I support that, because how else are you going to learn? It's like a guardrail. When you're driving, the reason there's a guardrail there, because if you hit it, you don't fly off the cliff. You may still get hurt, but hey, if you're learning to drive, you might hit the guardrail over and over and over and over again. But the guardrail is there to be a guard, so you don't fly off the road. The woman has done some crazy stuff. Remy, exactly. And she might even do some more crazy stuff. But what people aren't listening to is that she recognized that. So I don't understand what people aren't. She recognizes that she's done stuff. She said she doesn't like to be like that. She said that she snapped on people before. She recognizes that. So she may do it again, Remy. She has done crazy stuff. She said that herself. But why continue to hold that against her? Or why continue to even watch her if you don't like her? I don't get that. I'm not judging you if you do. I'm just saying, why stress yourself out if you don't like somebody? All right, I'm in my late 30s, DeRosa. I'm just turned 38, actually. And Chris, that's your opinion. You're welcome to that opinion. And don't time him out. Nikki and whoever, I don't know who else was timing people out, but unless people are being absolutely disgusting, I welcome your opinion. It's just, I disagree with you, Chris, but your opinion is welcome. I watched the Dr. Phil Trish videos. This type of hateful drama is happening all over YouTube. Yeah, Blueberry. And again, if you entertain stuff and you view it, you are supporting it, right? Because by giving somebody a view, you are supporting their channel, whether you're hate watching them or not. You're keeping their channel going. So I would say if you don't support them, don't watch them. But hey, you might be entertained by it. So, I mean, who am I to tell you what to watch? I'm just saying, if you don't support people, don't watch them. Like so many before you, hoodwinked. Jackie, and that's fine as well. Again, people have told me for a year that Trisha will screw me over or do horrible stuff. I haven't experienced that with her. So, Jackie, I don't know what your experience is with her, but my experience has been good. So I'm sorry that if you've been hoodwinked or anything like that, but I have not experienced that. And if I do at some point, I'll say, you know what, you're right, but I have not. So I love you too, Asla Lightly. Let's see. I personally am not a fan of her, so I just simply didn't watch. Very simple. There you go, Ems. It's that easy. And you don't see, you're not sitting here bashing her. You're just saying, I'm not a fan, period. And you don't watch. That's a smart, I completely agree with that. There you are. I love you too, Trisha. Hold on one second. Drive safe. She has elected herself as spokesperson for many issues that have directly affected people's lives in horrific ways. Addiction, suicide, mental illness, domestic violence, fibromyalgia. Well, maybe because she's been through that type of stuff. I mean, your platform can be used for lots of different stuff, and we don't always use them for I haven't always used my platform for the greatest things, especially when I was drinking alcohol, because I would get triggered and I would run my mouth and I'm not blaming the alcohol, but it made it real easy for these lips to be loose and just cuss people out. In a right state of mind, I'm more clear-minded, so I could think of things. If I was drinking and reading a lot of the comments you guys have left in the last 24 hours, I probably would have snapped and come on here today and cussed you guys out. But I'm in my right state of mind. I understand you guys have your own opinion, okay? However, when you come over and you tell me, hey, why'd you delete that comment? Why are you censoring people? Well, I'm censoring anything that's going to be left there that can hurt somebody's feelings badly. So if I leave a comment up and it's saying something terribly horrible about Trisha, I'm not going to leave it up because I don't want her to read it. I don't want it to hurt her feelings. So that's why I don't leave those up. If you have an opinion and you say, hey, I don't like her because this, that's your opinion. That's a respectful comment, and I'll leave it. It's as simple as that. But if it's going to be a harmful thing, Trisha is my friend. So you have to understand, I'm just not going to leave that up. It's not productive. Jackie, are you talking about the nude pictures? Because if you're talking about those and then the ones that she shared, my opinion on that is that's coming from a paid service. So someone went on, paid for it, and then shared them afterwards. So yeah, she may have shared them, but via a paid service. That's my opinion on that. I knew someone exactly like her at the end of her life. She had no one. It was so sad. Well, that is sad, but I support Trisha. And you guys may say, oh, by supporting her, you support all of her mean behavior from the past. And I'm not going to look into the future and see that anyone can change. I'm just going to, do you realize how that sounds, guys, when you say that? It's just mean, because you're basically saying, you know what? I hate her and I hope she never changes. She's not going to change. Let's look at the Trisha from how long ago until now. Well, physically on the outside, she's definitely changed, right? And people say she doesn't change. She won't change. Well, physical change is a part of health, changing your health and your physical stuff. So there's a change. So right there, that kind of debunks that theory that she won't change. She's also changed as far as being able to recognize behaviors from the past or whatever and openly talk about them. That's change. So again, actions speak louder than words. V, for about what, Trisha? A little over a year now is how long I've known Trisha. And again, people will say, well, I've known her for this long, or I've known her for this. Good for you. That's your experience with her, guys, and you need to let me have mine. Thank you for all the warnings. But again, I don't just strictly go off what people say. I go off my own experiences, and I think that's a smart thing to do. And also, you know, what I am seeing is a lot of people have commented on the stream from yesterday, and it's very clear that they didn't watch or listen to the entire thing, and maybe they didn't want to. But if you're going to go in and say, Trisha will never own up to her behavior, then I highly recommend and suggest that you go to yesterday, because she did do that yesterday. You know, and then people will turn around and say, well, she's just saying that. Well, how do you know that? You don't know that. Have a little, like, yeah, maybe you might have seen her do something over and over and over again. I've done the same thing. I've done mean stuff over and over, or snapped at people over and over and over again. But I'm a human being, and so are you. I mean, a lot of these people seem very, very upset, and I don't see channels. I don't see them come on here and talk. Maybe some of them do. But if you're that easily triggered just from being a viewer, imagine how it is to be up here talking to people and have hundreds of people leaving mean comments to you. I think you'd snap too, because you're being pretty snappy in the comments. I'm just saying my experience with you guys is all. And that's great. You know, Zachary, I don't know that I don't know if somebody can leave their channel name. I know they have a channel together. I haven't really seen them. I don't know. So, I mean, I don't like people saying don't talk to this or don't do that. I'm open to talking and to anybody. I'm truly open to listening, and I'm seeing a lot of people aren't. A lot of you like, nope, this is my opinion. I don't care to hear Trisha talk. You don't care to hear her talk? Well, then why are you so mad? If you're not willing to have a conversation, which she's willing to do. She even said that yesterday on the stream. She's willing to have a conversation, even with somebody like Diane, who she hasn't got along with for a long time now. Willing to do that, that to me is change. And if you don't recognize that, then you're not paying attention. Those are the facts right in front of your face. A great pretender and delusional. And Raylene, I think that's how you pronounce it. That's your opinion, but I have to disagree, because I know, and in my heart and just from knowing her, that she does want change. She does want to get along with people. She does want change. You got to understand too, sometimes it can put you in a really bad mood when you read so many comments about yourself that are terrible. Love you too, Trisha. So many comments about yourself that are terrible until you just finally snap on people. I mean, that is part of human behavior is getting triggered, and there's only so much you can really take. I don't know if any of you guys were ever bullied in school, but I mean, there's only so much you can take until it either breaks you and it hurts. And I mean, I remember being bullied by a couple of different people. I couldn't imagine being bullied in school back then by so many people. And I experienced that, a couple months ago with another situation with the Ramblers and stuff, having so many people angry at you and not even being willing to talk about it. I think that's the most frustrating part about it, is people aren't willing to talk or get through it. It's just, nope, this is my opinion. I don't care what you have to say. Well, then maybe you should just stop talking to that person. If you have nothing else but mean stuff left to say, you're only going to continue to stress yourself out and make the situation worse. So again, I wanted to say, to people that just say, well, you're a terrible person, or you're an idiot, or you're being fooled, or this. Listen, I get a lot of shit because I even say that I would forgive Chris Watts. I would forgive a murderer. I would forgive anybody, because I believe it's not saying I approve of their behavior or their actions. It's saying that I care about change, and I believe people can change no matter what they've done. I believe in my heart, from knowing the bad things I've done in my life, that I can change and grow. And if it wasn't for those bad things, I wouldn't even have motivation to want to change or grow. So, I mean, that's important to me. And if you think I'm a bad person for forgiving people or believing people, being optimistic that people can change for the better, okay, that's fine. But that's your opinion and it's mine, and I respect your opinion. But that's my opinion. Anybody and everybody can be forgiven. Thank you, AJ. Well, romantically, Dana, I don't think I'll ever have that, because I just don't think I'm capable of that responsibility of making somebody that happy like that and being that close. But I do, like when I often tell people, if I know you and I find quirks about you that I like, or I'm just like a friend of yours, I'll say I love you pretty quickly. I'll tell somebody I love them, and people will say, you can't do that. When you tell people you love them that much, it just takes the meaning out of it. Well, maybe to you it does, but I truly mean it. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Now, there's different levels of love to me. So if I say I love you, I mean it. And I love a lot of people. Okay. Thanks, Sams. She will disappoint me. Okay, DJ. Well, she hasn't yet. So I'll remember you if she ever does. And let me remind you, if she ever does disappoint me, that does not mean that I'll shut her out. And that doesn't mean that I won't forgive her for disappointing me. Are we catching on yet? It doesn't matter to me. I believe in change. So if you want to be stuck in the past or keep bringing up stuff or whatever, I mean, yeah, maybe some things aren't worked out that need to be worked out, but they're not going to be worked out if you just continue fighting over it. And Chandra, that's fine. That's your opinion again, but I disagree. But I respect your opinion again. And I hope nobody's getting timed out either, because okay, good. I'm just making sure. Harping on Trisha, it's old already. Leave her. Well, yeah, Alicia, it's very clear that there's people that just don't like her. And I truly think that they just need to move on from that. And Chandra, see, this kind of comment can actually be deleted, because that is not productive. And just to let you know, no, I am not on drugs. I'm very clear-minded. So if you're going to bring in ignorant statements like that, Chandra, you're showing your level of ignorance and hatred. Because let me tell you something. Saying an ignorant, mean, hateful statement like that to somebody who has overcome recovery and been very fresh in it, June 27th of 2020, thank you. And I don't plan on relapsing. And if you think somebody's on drugs because they offer forgiveness, they offer listening to people, and they offer being open-minded, then I don't know what kind of drugs you've done or experienced in your life. So you can politely get the fuck out of here, because that is a rude, unproductive statement and incredibly hateful, and you are part of the problem. So get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit. I don't care to talk to people like that. That's what I'm talking about. I don't care to have a conversation with somebody who's coming in here saying, are you on drugs because you're forgiving? Are you on drugs because you like somebody I don't like? No, it's called having a different opinion. So fuck off. The way her ex and his girlfriend flaunt their relationship on here would drive anyone. And you know what? Again, I don't know them. And, you know, if someone's in a relationship, they can do whatever they want to. But I'm not into the mean bashing behavior. Like, oh, you're this or you're that. Shut the fuck up. You don't know me. Just shut up. If you're not going to contribute to a good conversation, then go get a life. You're very unhappy. If you can sit here and get so upset from somebody you don't know, then I could only imagine how the relationships in your actual life are working out for you, or if there's any at all. I don't understand why people are yeah, okay, here's the thing. I don't understand because I don't know a lot of what has happened, okay? But for you to get so angry and make it just your life mission to try to make someone so upset and get so offended by stuff they do when you don't know them, move on. You're making yourself very stressed out, and stress causes a lot of illnesses, cancer, all sorts of stuff. And so does addiction. I know that firsthand. But my recovery and my addiction is my power. That belongs to me. So you can come in here and try to say, oh, are you on drugs or this or that? No, I'm not on drugs. And if I am, you'll know it. You want to know why? Because I'll come on here and hold myself accountable and tell you that I did a drug. And I don't plan on that happening. But until then, shut the fuck up. Oh, the real Robbie is coming out. He's nasty, isn't he? The real Robbie speaks his mind. So when I'm in a good mood, the real Robbie will be nice. When I'm in a bad mood, the real Robbie will snap back at you or put you in your place if you're being disrespectful. So Susan, where's the real Susan? I don't see a profile picture there. Come back here when you can be the real Susan. Thank you very much. I think we need more true crime stuff and less. Well, hey, Beth, here's what I recommend to you, Beth. If you're into true crime, go watch true crime. Why would you tune into somebody who's not true crime if you like true crime? Why? I don't get it. Let's see. When you don't forgive someone, you're going to hell. But if you forgive someone, you're still going to hell. Y'all are crazy. Make up your minds. If you don't like it, go. I love you too, Tia. DeRosa, you're always nice. Okay, let's see. She has gone after so many people. She's destroyed lives, marriages, and careers. Pink Panther, that's terrible. But again, if she's willing to become a better person and change, I fully support that. But that's terrible if that happened in the past. I mean, that's awful. But the fact that she's willing to change is great. My profile picture. Yeah, Sadie. And the only reason I said that is that's what I don't understand too, is people will sit here and they'll pick at you. They'll pick and pick and pick and pick and pick and pick and pick. And then as soon as you kind of respond the way that they're behaving in a negative way and you respond negative, they say, oh, there's the real Robbie. Yes. And you saw the real Robbie 2 minutes ago when I was in a good mood, being polite and asking you to be polite as well. But when you're not, and then I'm saying, okay, now you're being an asshole, and then you blame me for being mean. That it shows your mentality. You just want to fight. I don't want to do that. So if you are coming in here to just want to fight, then just leave. Because it's not going to be productive. You're not going to get anywhere. All right, Dana. I'll book you a flight if that ever happens. But I don't think it will. You make a lot of good points. My mom always says, to each their own. I can respect you have your own feelings and opinions. I'm not going to diss you for it. Thank you for that, Loretta. See, it's very simple. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people, I understand what it feels like to have a lot of anger inside, because that's happened to me plenty of times. So I think a lot of people try to find outlets to let their behavior out, their anger. So maybe they use YouTube for that. I don't know. She's been saying she's going to change for 4 years. When does a little bit of change start? Pat, some people take 20 years to change. Some people go through addiction problems, mental problems, their entire life, and they don't change. Some people will never change completely. But the fact that they want to change is what's important to me. So whether there's results makes no difference to me, because it's the fact that they're still trying. Some people try to build muscle their entire life. My brother's been like a Ken doll his entire life, and I've tried to get big muscles like him and work out. I've never got that change. I've never got those big muscles. But have I tried? Yes. So I don't sit here and say, oh my God, I look terrible and hideous because I don't look like him. No, it's just, I tried. It just is probably not written in the stars for me, and that's fine. So Pat, she's probably going to continue to do that. And I fully support the fact that she continues to say she wants to change. That's what matters to me. I saw your videos about Chris Watson, enjoyed the content, made me subscribe to you, and comment was not meant to be rude. Oh, okay. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. Exactly, Dana. Forgive them anyways. Some changes take a long time. Absolutely. When people say they're going to quit smoking cigarettes, does it usually happen the next day? No, it doesn't. Sorry, V, I didn't see the first comment you left about recovered. He will forgive me for not believing at times. Other times I do. And you know what? Your own relationship with God is your own. It belongs to you. It doesn't belong to anyone else, even if you don't have one. That's your business and nobody else's. People who do not think people can change are not changing themselves. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. I think a lot of people like chaos. I think maybe that's why they do tune into drama channels and stuff, because chaos makes people comfortable. Some people can't live without it because it's kind of a comfort to them, you know? Hey, Mandy. Hope you're doing well. I adore you and I love your streams. Mandy's a good one to watch if you like good, positive stuff. Trying to I'm trying to invoke change in my life, trying to let things go. It's hard. Quitting meth was easier than this. Wow. Quitting meth is pretty hard. But I fully support you in your change, Wicked Witch. Didn't deserve that TT cost. See, I know nothing about that. I know nothing about that. I think I've heard something about it. But Martini, I mean, if someone caused someone to commit suicide, I'm just saying, like, from just hearing it, I mean, that would be illegal, right? Wouldn't somebody be in jail for that? I don't know anything about that, though, so I don't know. And then again, people will say, see, well, if you heard the story, you wouldn't like her. Yes, I would, because I forgive everybody. I even forgive the people that are leaving extremely mean comments. You may get them deleted, but I still forgive you for being mean. So she doxed 2 people yesterday. Who supported that? Apparently you do. I do not support that, Martini. So don't speak for me, please. Thank you. We are all trying to be better wees, be tolerant of others while they're doing life. Exactly. So, I mean, I was going to go through here and read some of your comments, but I mean, do you get the gist of what I'm saying? I'm not on here to try to tell you guys, like, to fuck off and not have your own opinion. Unless you're going to be a dick and talk about my recovery when you know nothing about me, then you can fuck off. But, you know, I simply had that stream to have a conversation and open it up to other people to ask questions. And again, I'm sorry if some people, hey, Soul for Music. Everyone pray for Soul for Music. I hope you're doing well too. So, I mean, if you're just not into her, or Martini, you know what? Even if I do look it up, I still forgive her. Okay. Are you guys registering that? I do not judge people and say I hate them based on their past behavior, or that they're just terrible people. They're never going to change. Do you not understand that yet? That is fine if you support that and you just want to banish people for life and not believe that they can change. But I believe that they do. And I believe that prison and jail is even there, not just to punish people forever, even if they're on the, death row or in prison for life. I believe that prison is there to sit there and think about your actions and to change. I know there's a lot of people that say, oh no, that person's going to prison. They're going to die and burn in hell. Well, good. That's your opinion, but I don't believe that either. I don't believe that either. Maybe mean comments can motivate people to change in their life. Whatever it is, I support change, period. And I'm optimistic about that. That's a problem to you. If you think I'm drugs because I'm optimistic about change, that's your opinion. But I don't care to talk to people like that until you can actually have an open mind. Exactly, Ems. Your experiences with others are just that. They're yours. Doesn't mean you can't support doesn't mean I can't support you just because you like someone I don't. Exactly, Ems. And see, that is having an open mind. That is allowing people to be themselves and do what they want to do. You may not agree with it. You may say, what the hell is wrong with that person? Why would they talk to them? And that's fine if you guys do that. That's great. But I believe in personal growth and change, and it's not going to happen overnight tomorrow. It's not going to happen quickly. And it may never happen. But the point that people care enough is what I care about. I don't see anybody that's leaving mean comments. I don't see any positive solution in any of your comments. It's all negativity. It's all saying, nope, don't do this. Don't talk to her. Don't. Well, good. If you feel like what you're doing is right by going in and attacking and continuously adding flames to the fire and making people hate her, or just hating or saying mean stuff, or continuing to go to her streams and say mean stuff, or come over here to mine and say mean stuff about her, if you think that that's beneficial, then we're probably not gonna get along, because we're not going to be able to have a decent conversation. So it's probably best if you just don't talk to me. I'm sure you still will, because you got to get your anger out somehow, but I'm just not going to respond to it, really. I don't care to have a conversation like that. Sometimes giving a person a second chance is like giving them a bullet for their own gun because they missed you the first time. Well, if that's what you think, that's fine. But DJ Hawk, has anybody ever given you a second chance for anything? Can I ask you that? Have you ever had a second chance that helped you? You don't have to answer out loud. Just think of that in your head and think about what you just said in that comment. I'm not saying everybody. Yeah, maybe someone tried to shoot someone and then you took their gun away and then gave them another bullet. That's different. But that's not really a valid statement, because basically you're saying second chances are completely off limits. I believe in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 60th, 70th, 77th, 777th chances. I believe in eternal chances. But that's me, and you're different. You obviously don't believe in any other chances but the first one, and that's it. And that's your opinion. And that's fine. They actually will change your genetic makeup. That's how important it is to spread positivity. Absolutely. You start to feel pains in your body. You start to age more. You get sick when you're angry all the time. Wouldn't you guys look? I mean, if you guys are on your phone looking down all day, leaving mean comments and just mean, arguing all day long, first of all, think about the stress you're putting on your neck looking down at your phone, even if you're watching something funny. It starts to weigh on your body, right? So imagine if you're tense and all day on your phone like that. Like, that's going to be, that just makes my neck hurt just thinking about it. Makes me want to stretch. Because you're just making yourself tense. I mean, I've done that plenty of times. I've caught myself like, fuck this. No, it's not worth it. Especially in a sober state of mind now. It is not worth it at all. Hey, Jenna. How can you support TT when she lies about being abused by her ex-husband? There are real women out there who were abused by spouses. Well, Sandy, I don't know anything about that. I don't know if she's lying or not. And even if she was, again, Again, let me say, anytime somebody does something and they mess up or they do something mean or they lie, I will give them another chance and forgive them. Are you guys catching on yet? I don't care what she's done. I don't care what it is. I forgive everyone, period, and believe she can change. So have a little optimism. If you can't, just stop talking to her because you're just being pessimistic. Multiple chances, think about this. People's lives are saved multiple times. Should they only get one chance? Hell no. Exactly. Welcome back, V from the future. Some people use social media for all kinds of personal reasons. Yeah, and you know what? Lots of people snap on social media. Why do we hold people's bad moods against them? You may not come on social media or even come on video. Anybody may not come on video at all. A lot of people just stay in the comments and don't even put a profile picture or anything. If your behavior, even some of the things that you leave in comments was out in the public, I'm sure, your bad moods, you would be like, I was in a bad mood that day. Like, don't hold it against me. So that's going to happen on here too, especially if you have a channel. You're going to be caught being in a bad mood. And people can say, like when I'm in a bad mood and snap, here's the real Robbie coming out. You're absolutely right. Because this craziness right here is all real. You're going to get good moods, bad moods, funny moods, goofy moods, sexual moods, ridiculous moods, nerdy moods, dumb moods, annoying moods. You're going to get all of those. So you can call every single one of those real. How come you don't say it's the real Robbie when I'm being nice? They'll say, oh, he's being fake. Well, prove it. Prove it. Am I being fake when I'm being mean? Prove it. Think about your behavior when somebody snaps. When you sit there and call somebody, okay, for example, that person came in and told me I was on drugs because I like Truthfully Trisha. Probably already knowing that I'm a recovering addict, right? So they come in and say that I'm on drugs. They trigger something in me that is offensive. I respond to it, kind of being a dick, respond to it because they kind of had it coming. And then they blame me for snapping on them. Why come in and try to piss somebody off? Are you like, hello? That's part of knowing how to communicate. When you're mean to people, they're probably going to be mean back to you. So to the people that continuously say, well, Trisha continues to do this or that. Well, stop pissing her off. Stop going to her channel. Jesus. Yeah, she may have done horrible things to you or whatever, but stop adding to the fire. What's your opinion on her dancing around in lingerie and talking very inappropriate in her chats while kids are there? Mary, she repeats over and over that her streams are not for children. That's what I think about that. And what I think about her dancing around in lingerie is more power to her because she looks fucking awesome. She's gotten into shape. She works on her body, and I fully support that. And again, her streams are not for children. She announces that over and over and over again. There's also a little thing that you check on your thing that is a default that says, this is not for kids. That's what I think about that. And if you don't like her dancing around in lingerie, why are you watching her dance around in lingerie? Turn it off. It's not that hard. Cool, Sandy, because all I've seen out of your mouth has been negative. So you can also get the fuck out because you're not contributing to the conversation in a good way. So goodbye. And here's my email, Sandy, if you'd like to email me and actually talk to me, okay, instead of leaving passive-aggressive statements in my chat. Thank you. Have a good day, Sandy. Well, no, I've noticed too, a lot of people will go into Trisha's streams and they will say, I'm 12, I'm 13. First of all, a real kid is not going to go in and say that because kids want you to think they're older. Kids want to be able to stay in adult streams if you're a kid. When I was a kid, if I had this around, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going to say I'm 18 so I could go see what's going on. So these are people that are messing with her that go into her stream to try to make her look bad and say, I'm 12. Why would you go into a stream and announce you're 12? You wouldn't. Kids don't do that. It's people trying to mess with her. And the only time I've seen them do it is when she's doing something that's more adult content, like dancing around in her lingerie or something. They'll come in and say, I'm 12. This is a cool stream. No, you're just trying to get her in trouble. Stop being troublemakers. Stop adding to the flames and just stop. You're not helping anything. You're just making it worse. How do you deal with these negative peeps? So freaking annoying just reading it. Well, you know what? The thing is, though, they're the ones negative. Like, they're the ones that are unhappy. It's just, if you're so concerned about my opinion and you don't even know me, and that's affecting your life so badly, I don't know what I suggest for you. Maybe possibly going out and buying an ice cream or something that you really enjoy, that makes you really happy. Go to an arcade and play games. Go watch one of your favorite movies. Go watch something funny on YouTube. Do something to make yourself happy, because you're just adding to your misery. Stop. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just trying to state my opinion. And then all of a sudden I state my opinion and I'm on drugs again. What the hell? I don't understand why there is so much hate in the YouTube community. If you don't like someone or what they say or do, don't watch them. Ace is Heidi. Amen to that. I completely agree with that. Oh, are you leaving, AJ? Okay. Well, I'm going to get off of here too. That's what I wanted to say, because, you know, people continuously will come and you are. I am going to delete your comments if they're mean. My comments are open on my video. I'm going to leave them open on this stream. You're welcome to come in with your opinions, but I'm probably not going to respond to you if you come in at a bad angle. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm not interested in arguing. I'm not interested in being mean. I'm not interested in listening to you be mean to me or to people that I like or care about. I'm not interested in that. I'm really not interested in your stories about her history or look at what she's done here and there. That sucks. That sucks if she's done mean stuff in the past. But I'm looking at her future. I'm looking at your future. You don't have to be on here arguing all the time. You don't have to. Exactly, Chris. And as a viewer, you can also unplug as well if you don't like it. If it's starting to upset you, go get an ice cream, like I said. Go watch, you know what, a good one that I like to watch is Angry Grandma. She's like a funny channel. It's a comedy channel. Like, watch something funny. Don't take it so seriously. Let people like who they want. Don't take it so freaking seriously. Oh, Samara. I still don't like your opinion on Snow White, but, you know, just kidding. Anyways, guys, what was I going to say? Oh, sorry, Mexi, I was going to give you a link. I'm just going to say it because I got to go. Tomorrow night, Mexi wanted to go back and continue our true crime stuff with Survey 319 because we did go to the wrong spot for the Chris Watts thing. So we are going to go there. We do have drones this time with cameras on them, so we will be right over the area and we'll be able to investigate it better. So that is going to be tomorrow night, earlier, I believe, at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And that is scheduled over on Mexi's channel. I'm going to put the link in the chat here. Hold on one second. And then we'll continue our ghost mysteries on it as well. I hope you have a good day too, MT. You're always very nice. I appreciate, you know, even the mean people that come in. I mean, yeah, maybe you're going to say something that's offensive, but at least if you do it in a nice way, I'm not going to be like, fuck you. But I mean, if you're attacking my sobriety just because I like someone you don't like, you're fucking stupid. I mean, it's just that simple. Okay, so here's the live for tomorrow night. I'm putting the link in the chat. So I think it's scheduled for 7:30. So it should be fun. Happy birthday to your daughter, Dana. It's almost my mom and my Aunt Sally's birthday too. Well, you know what? I'm always going to be forgiving and including to myself as well. That's why you'll hear me cuss somebody out and then apologize. Because I forgive myself for being a dick. And I'm going to try again tomorrow to not be a dick. And I just might be a dick again tomorrow. But you got to remember, guys, treat people the way you want to be treated. If you're coming into simply because I had an interview with somebody that you don't like and you're cutting me down and calling me horrible names and then I snap back at you, like, you better expect that you're being mean to somebody. Don't expect a good response if you're being mean. Think about your actions. It's not rocket science. I love you too, Gingerlocks. So there's my email. You could, I would recommend, instead of leaving, mean, hateful comments, I would recommend emailing me, and I'll listen to you as long. I mean, I can't read big, long books over and over and over, but I'll listen to your opinion. Just don't be a dick. And if you are a dick, I'm just not going to respond to you because I don't care to engage. It's that simple. But anyways, I'm going to hop off of here because I got to go run some errands. But thank you to the people that did state your opinion. And even if you were mean, thank you for opening up about your opinion, but I politely disagree. Okay? And again, there's my email. You want to talk? We can talk. But much love, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful afternoon. Sorry, I didn't know what time it was. Okay, guys. Bye.